Hi, from the beach in Hong Kong, the edge of Hong Kong Harbour, in my lovely office chair. I want to tell you a story. I had sold drugs for many years for a pharmaceutical company. It's in the timing. I have obviously not got the timing right. Before that, I was selling real estate to people looking to buy their own number one home. Not so many investors, but mainly for their own property use and for their own occupation. And I've been doing this over the years, but hadn't really understood what it was until I worked in financial services. And for the first time, I had a really great area sales manager by the name of Brian Pierce. What a lovely guy. And he came with me on a few sales calls as part of the regulatory processes to make sure that we tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, which is very important in financial services because the reputation out there is that not the truth is perhaps stretched a little. And so regulation was introduced. So selling in a regulated environment has its difficulties because you've got to go through a formal process, whereas selling, I believe, should be a comfortable, relaxed process. So it's getting the balance right, which is quite difficult. But that's not the point. Brian came out with me, and what we used to do after each call was to go down and have a cup of coffee, go and sit usually have something to eat at lunchtime perhaps, and we talk about the sales call that we'd just been on, where I'd been into someone's house, sat them on the sofa, made them feel comfortable, and gone through the process. And at the end, I would have either made a sale or not made a sale, booked a second appointment, depending what the agenda was. But what Brian taught me to sort of focus on, and I then used it later within all my sales career as a manager of my own team, and we built the best team in the UK. Fantastic. So I was top salesman and then went on to be the top area manager. What he taught me was a simple 4-step process of analysing a sales call. First thing is go in and do it. Second thing is to come out and review it. Review it was to come out and have a look at what worked well, what was said that I said well, what had the positive response I wanted, and then also, as importantly, what didn't work so well. Some people may say what was crap and what wasn't so good. I don't think anything was ever bad enough to say it was crap, but I think, or rubbish. I think the important thing is to say that what worked well and what didn't work so well. And the idea was then to discuss those points, the good, the bad, and the middle bit, and see how you could improve even on the best bits, change the wording of the bits that didn't work so well, and knock out the stuff that was totally useless and try something better. So it was a case of reviewing it and identifying it, and by that you could go into the call after lunch or after the coffee break and see whether what you've done had made a great progress, and you'd improve it. So the next sales call, you'd go in with an improved sales skills, improved sales process, and an improved agenda, so that you could polish it and go forward each time. Obviously, with selling, I'm firm believer in not going in there saying you stick to my agenda, you do what I say, and I walk out with the sale now. Selling is about taking the process at the customer's needs and the customer's rate and the customer's speed. And it may be they're not ready to buy now. It may be that their process of needs isn't there. They're just not ready for you yet. And it may be they never will be, but they wanted to find out about your product or service. But when you are going through a sales process, to be able to look at it, do it, review it, then improve it, you're tweaking it and perfecting your own skills, improving the language that you use so that you get and understand and can help the client understand what it is that you've got to offer. And then you go back and repeat it. and you come out and you do it again. You review it, you improve it, and then repeat it. And I've used that then onwards in my career. I've used it when I've done my birthday party shows, I've used it when I've done my trade show presentations. All the time I come back out of any event that I'm at or any networking event, it's become a motto of mine. Do it, review it, improve it, repeat it. And that way the skills get polished, you eliminate what doesn't work, you add more of what does work. And to take this to a further step, in my kid shows I've written material which I thought was hilarious, and I've gone in and tried it out on a bunch of children, and they've just sat there going, Either they were too amazed to react, or more likely they just didn't like what I was doing. And I tried again on another group just to make sure, and I got the same But when I took it out and added something else and got a positive reaction, I went, yeah, I'm going to stick with that. Made a note after the show, improved on it, added a bit more, developed it, and then had a show that was absolutely fantastic and went on and on and on to better and bigger things, and I was able to charge more and more money for it. So the motto of do it, review it, improve it, repeat it is something that I believe that we should all take to heart, take in hand, and look at what we say and do and see how we can get better. Look at me, when I did my first video less than a month ago now, I was awful. I'm still not brilliant. I'm getting better. I look at it when I edit it. I'm trying not to edit. I'm trying to be clear and concise straight up. It's not always easy. There's still a fair few ums and ahs, and I'm still not necessarily focused at looking at you in the camera, but I'm here to help and improve. If you've got any good feedback, get some good feedback, pass it my way. My wife gives me feedback when it comes to my shows. My area sales manager Brian gave me some tremendous feedback. Not all good, I can promise you that, but it did make me get to be number one. It did make me get to be number one in my entertainment show, and it's a philosophy that I shall stick with and go forward. So a tip for you: do it, review it, improve it, repeat it. Do it, review it, improve it, repeat it. Alright, bye for now. Speak to you soon. Thank you for watching.